All right, so we are looking good. We have to add a couple things here. We need to add the radio buttons right here to select everything, and we need to add each individual radio button, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Or probably, all right, let's go ahead and do that. I was gonna do something else, say something else, but that's fine. So first, we need to go to the heading, and we need to add this another heading right here. So what would the heading be? Well, we need it to be a th input, right? So let's make it input, and the type is actually a checkbox. It's not a radio button. All right, and ID. We need to give it an ID because we need to use some JavaScript. And I do have a course on JavaScript if you want to learn some JavaScript. And PHP and JavaScript actually is what you need for web development. Those are the most important things. Once you know HTML and CSS and these markup languages and styling languages, then you need JavaScript and PHP, all right? So I have a good course on that. Select all boxes. We're going to name this. Perfect. All right. So let's go back and let's see how that looks. Refresh, and we can see that we have a checkbox right here. All right. So we need to add more checkboxes here on the left side. All right. So for that, we're going to be actually echoing out something before everything else. So right here, this is the first echo that we're making right here. This is the cat title. Right here before this one, we need to echo that right here, and it needs to be an input. So first we need to put the TD in there, close it out, and let's put the input here. And of course I'm not gonna get any. Let's get it from here. Let's get the input from here. There we go. And right here, pasting. All right, let's take out this double quotes. We don't need that. Make a single quotes since we are inside PHP, right? And I'm just gonna give this a class actually, besides the ID, not an ID, but a class of checkboxes. All right. Type checkbox, that's fine. And then we could, as a matter of fact, you know what? I feel let's take this out of here because I want to know what we're doing here. So I'm just gonna not echo this anymore, and let's just break PHP right here, and I'm gonna start it back here again, and take this TD right here and put it right here. That way it's clean to us, right? And that way we know exactly what we're doing. It looks cleaner since we have all this highlighting, right? So checkbox here, and we are also have to give it a name, a value in the name attribute, and we can use double quotes now. That's fine. Let's just keep using single quotes since we are using those. Now here is the fun part. All right, and you're gonna probably tell me, what in the world are you doing? Well, we need to give this actually as a value. We need to make this an array, and I'm gonna tell you in a minute why we need to make this an array, and it's gonna be an empty array. All right, all right. So check this out. All right, so now that we have this checkbox here, the way that we find each value of this checkbox is when we click it, right? Then we get information. Once we click that, we get this guy right here, right? Automatically. Well, the form has to be submitted, of course. When we click apply, and this name attribute is gonna go to that post super global, right? As an array, but right now the array is empty. So if we send it the way it is, is going to be empty. We need to provide a value before we send it in. So what value are we going to be sending? Well, let's put the value right here. Value, and the value is going to be, what do you think the value is going to be? You tell me. I'm going to let you think right now. Tell me what you think the value is going to be. Now, well, you can't tell me, but if you save the post ID, you are correct. Think about it like this. You click here, you need to provide this specific ID for this specific post to be able to delete that specific post or delete this one. So we need to fill that array with IDs of our posts that we want to delete. This is an empty array right now. The value is an empty array, all right? So the post ID is this one right here, right? Great. All right. So I'm just put the value right here, and we need to echo it. Just make sure that you echo it. There we go. All right. Perfect. As you can see now, it's good. Good to go. Right? So anyways, I think we're done with this lecture here. I don't want it to get too long. And on the next one, we're gonna end up, I think we need to make another piece of code that is not too large, but is normal large, right? But anyway, I hope you're having fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and I know you're learning great things, things that will help you in the future. And I'm really grateful to be able to teach you this. So I see you in the next lecture, right? Take care.